Impudent as adjective. Boldly rude or disrespectful in behavior or speech, lacking respect for others, especially in regards to social norms or manners. She made impudent comments during the meeting, which did not go over well. He showed an impudent attitude toward his teacher, which landed him in detention. Her impudent behavior toward the officer resulted in a ticket for disorderly conduct. He was fired from his job for his impudent behavior toward customers. The student's impudent response to the teacher's question caused a stir in the classroom. Facetious as adjective. Light-hearted or whimsical in tone, intended to entertain or make people laugh. Playful or jokingly humorous, often in a way that is not meant to be taken seriously. His facetious comment during the serious meeting was not appreciated. She made a facetious remark about the politician, which caused some laughter. The comedian's facetious humor made the audience laugh throughout the show. The student's facetious attitude towards his studies resulted in poor grades. The reporter's facetious tone in her article was not appropriate for the topic.
Derelict as adjective. A property that is unoccupied and in a state of disrepair. Something or someone that has been abandoned or is no longer in use. The abandoned and derelict building was an eyesore in the neighborhood. The derelict car had been sitting in the same spot for months, collecting dust. The derelict playground had become a hazard to children due to broken equipment. The derelict ship was a danger to the environment due to its leaking fuel. The derelict factory was a sad reminder of the town's declining industry. Unscrupulous as adjective. Dishonest or deceitful, often willing to engage in unethical or illegal behavior for personal gain, lacking moral principles or ethical standards. The unscrupulous journalist published fake news for personal gain. The unscrupulous seller sold fake goods to unsuspecting customers. The unscrupulous businessman would do anything for profit, even if it meant breaking the law. The unscrupulous lawyer took advantage of his clients and overcharged them. The unscrupulous politician accepted bribes and ignored the needs of the people. Abstruse is adjective. Difficult to understand, especially because of being abstract or complex. Obscure or not easily grasped or understood. A professor's lecture on quantum physics can be abstruse to students who lack a background in physics. Some of the passages in James Joyce's Finnegan's Wake are considered abstruse due to the complex language and stream of consciousness style. The software manual was filled with technical jargon and proved abstruse to novice users. The philosopher's argument was so abstruse that even other philosophers found it difficult to follow. The financial statements for the company were filled with abstruse terminology that made it hard for investors to understand the company's financial health. Apocryphal as adjective. Not considered to be true or reliable, of doubtful authenticity, of questionable authenticity, or of doubtful origin. The story of George Washington chopping down the cherry tree is now believed to be apocryphal, as there is no historical evidence to support it. The tale of King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table is considered by many to be apocryphal, as there is little concrete evidence of their existence. The popular legend about the origin of the word posh has been debunked as apocryphal by linguistic experts. The apocryphal claim that drinking bleach can cure COVID-19 has been widely debunked by medical professionals. The rumor that the famous actor was secretly working as a spy during World War II is considered by most to be apocryphal. Resurgent as adjective. Growing or increasing in strength or power after a period of decline or weakness. Showing a new growth or revival after a period of inactivity or decline. The resurgent economy led to increased job opportunities. The resurgent team won the championship after years of losing. The resurgent interest in vintage fashion inspired a new clothing line. The resurgent virus caused concern among health officials. The resurgent popularity of vinyl records led to a spike in sales. Ribald as adjective. Indecent or vulgar in language or behavior. Scandalous or obscene in nature. His ribald jokes were not appreciated by everyone in the audience. The comedian's ribald humor was often considered offensive. The novel was criticized for its ribald language and explicit content. The group of friends enjoyed ribald banter and raunchy jokes. The party was full of ribald laughter and bawdy behavior. Unassailable as adjective. Invulnerable or impervious to attack or challenge, typically regarding an argument, position, or fortress. Unable to be attacked, questioned, or disputed, often due to being beyond reproach or criticism. The fortress was considered unassailable due to its strategic location and robust defenses. Her impeccable reputation made her position nearly unassailable in the industry. The evidence presented by the prosecutor seemed unassailable to the jury. The logic behind her argument was so well-founded that it appeared unassailable. His commitment to honesty and integrity made his character unassailable. Insipid as adjective. Dull or lacking interest or excitement. Lacking taste or flavor. The food was insipid and lacked any flavor. The movie was criticized for having an insipid plot and characters. The speech was insipid and failed to inspire the audience. The music was described as insipid and forgettable. The book was criticized for its insipid writing style. Phlegmatic as adjective. Calm, unemotional, and unexcitable, especially in the face of stress or difficulty. Having or showing a slow, steady, and even temperament, free from extremes of emotion or excitement. His phlegmatic personality made him appear calm and collected in even the most stressful situations. The phlegmatic cat barely moved, even when the dog came charging at it. The phlegmatic response from the team was surprising, as they had been expected to be more enthusiastic. Her phlegmatic demeanor made it difficult to know what she was thinking or feeling. The CEO's phlegmatic approach to crisis management was seen as reassuring by investors. Tendentious as adjective. Displaying a strong bias or tendency towards a particular point of view, often in a way that disregards opposing opinions or evidence. Having a marked tendency to promote a specific agenda or opinion, typically without being impartial. His article presented a tendentious viewpoint rather than an objective analysis. The speaker's remarks were considered tendentious and biased by many. The author's tendentious writing style made it clear where his allegiances lay. The documentary was criticized for its tendentious portrayal of historical events. She avoided engaging in tendentious discussions to maintain a neutral stance. Aphoristic as adjective. Expressed in the form of an aphorism, terse and pithy. In the form of an aphorism, a concise statement expressing a general truth or principle. Her writing style is very aphoristic, with each sentence containing a powerful and concise message. The speaker's delivery was aphoristic, leaving the audience with several memorable quotes and sayings. He had a talent for crafting aphoristic statements that were both witty and insightful. The book was filled with aphoristic observations about human nature and the human condition. The author's aphoristic prose was so powerful that it left a lasting impression on the reader. Ersatz as adjective. Artificial or synthetic, usually intended to replace something genuine but lacking authenticity or quality. Serving as a substitute or imitation, often of inferior quality compared to the original. The artist used ersatz materials to create a replica of the famous sculpture. His ersatz enthusiasm couldn't match the genuine passion of the original team. The cafe served ersatz coffee, lacking the rich flavor of the authentic blend. Her ersatz smile couldn't hide her disappointment with the substitute. The product claimed to be genuine leather, but was, in fact, ersatz.
Pithy as adjective. Concise, brief, and to the point, using few words to express a great deal of meaning or substance, expressed in a succinct and expressive manner, conveying a lot of information or meaning in a compact form. The professor's lecture was full of pithy remarks and insights. A pithy one-liner can often sum up a complex situation. The comedian's pithy jokes had the audience laughing all night. The politician's pithy statement went viral on social media.
The author's writing style is known for being concise and pithy.
Prodigal as adjective. Lavish or lavish in expenditure. Wasteful or extravagant, especially with money or resources. The prodigal son returned home after many years away. The company was criticized for its prodigal spending habits during the economic downturn. The young millionaire was known for his prodigal lifestyle and extravagant purchases. The organization had to make cuts to its prodigal budget in order to stay afloat. The prodigal use of natural resources is a major concern for environmentalists. Iconoclastic as adjective. Against traditional beliefs or institutions. Breaking with convention. The iconoclastic artist created a controversial painting that challenged societal norms. The iconoclastic politician proposed a radical new policy that shook up the status quo. The iconoclastic professor encouraged her students to question traditional wisdom and think for themselves. The iconoclastic musician refused to conform to the expectations of the mainstream music industry. The iconoclastic writer rejected conventional storytelling techniques and experimented with unconventional narrative structures. Provincial as adjective. Limited in outlook or experience, especially as a result of being isolated from larger cultural centers. Of or relating to a particular province or region, especially a rural or remote one. The town has a provincial charm, with its quaint buildings and peaceful atmosphere. He has a provincial outlook on life, not having traveled much outside his hometown. The provincial cuisine is known for its unique flavors and ingredients. The provincial government has announced new initiatives to promote tourism in the region. The play was criticized for its provincial themes and lack of relevance to a wider audience. Obscure as adjective. Difficult to understand or explain. Unclear or vague. Not well known. Not famous or notorious. The meaning of the ancient text was obscure and difficult to decipher. The small, obscure village had no access to modern technology. The artist's style was considered obscure and not easily understood by the general public. The obscure origins of the recipe made it all the more intriguing to culinary historians. The details of the contract were intentionally made obscure to hide certain clauses from the public. Jovial as adjective. Characterized by or showing a fondness for joking and jesting. Cheerful and good-natured, often in a hearty or boisterous way. The mood in the room was jovial as everyone celebrated the happy occasion. She had a jovial personality and was always making people laugh. The group of friends had a jovial night out, full of laughter and good conversation. He had a jovial nature that made him popular with everyone he met. The Santa Claus at the mall had a jovial laugh that put children at ease. Ready to boost your English? Meet our vocabulary app, the fun and effective way to master the language. Books learn advanced words with examples and audio. Direct hit master idioms, proverbs, and phrasal verbs. Video game enjoy quizzes, flashcards, and pronunciation tests. Glow showing Europe, Africa translate into 100+ languages, all in one app. Did you learn new words? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share my channel. Download now and start your journey to vocabulary mastery.